sometimes I be trying to take into account that there are some people who just genuinely don't understand, and if presented with different information, they will take it in. But then a lot of people, I'd be like, dog, like, the commitment to ignorance is crazy, you know. And it'll just make you wonder, like, whether certain things even worth explaining. And I think that's how I feel when it comes to cisgender, because I have explained this as in every way I can. Cisgender just means that you're not trans. It just means that you identify with the sex you were born with. That's it. And that's it. Like, and it distinguishes you from trans women in a conversation. And you would think a bunch of people who so badly want to would embrace the term, but what really blows me is there'll be people will be like, I'm not cis. I'm not cis anything. I'm just a woman. Like, if I said if someone said you're a black woman, I wouldn't be like, no, I'm just a woman. Like, you understand descriptors, the use of descriptors in language in every other context, right? I'm a woman and I'm also a black woman, right? You get that, right? Like, so why don't you understand? I don't understand. Why don't you understand that cis is not a fucking slur or something to insult you? It literally means what you want it to mean. Like, the same as you wanted to say you're a biological woman, you're whatever. That's what the fuck? I don't understand. I really don't understand. And people be like, it's just women. We're just women. We don't set up for any other context, like black women, Latino women, white women group. So you can't be cis women what the fuck is your problem, my nigga?
All right, guys, so we got to talk about the so-called pro-black woke revolutionaries and the Biden influencers who are upset about so-called black podcasts and black shows hosting Candace Owens, okay? Because Candace Owens has been making rounds on shows like The Breakfast Club, where a large majority of their audience is black. And if you guys watched that Breakfast Club episode of Candace Owens, it was actually pretty good, okay? There was not a lot of arguing back and forth as much as there was a lot of listening from Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. Candace Owens doing a good job of explaining why she's conservative, why she's MAGA, why, she supports Trump. I thought it was an excellent interview, okay? And, of course, again, the pro-blacks and the liberals and the Biden influencers, they don't like that, right? They don't like the fact that these so-called black podcasts are platforming a voice that they disagree with. And the reason why they don't like it is because the writing is on the wall in regards to the support that Biden is getting from black people. So again, they're in a full-blown panic because they can see that black people are actually being swayed by people like Candace Owens, and they really, really, really don't like that. Take a look.
So you trying to tell me that all Candace Owens had to do is show up for an interview on The Breakfast Club and sing the theme song for the Fresh Prince for her to be invited back to the cookout? Mind you, this is the same woman who said BLM and that George Floyd is not a martyr when nobody even called him that. We just said that he doesn't deserve to die. We don't care about his past. It ain't about where he was or where the he was doing. It's about the fact that that black man deserved to live. She keeps repeating the same rehearsed talking points. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago under Donald Trump? Absolutely. I'm doing way better under Biden than I ever did under damn Trump. And she said it only makes sense for her financially to be a conservative. We absolutely agree. We know why you're a conservative. You're the only black person in the room. You're a pick-me. You're a hot commodity when it comes to conservatism because you are a token. It is very rare and a few to find a black person who's willing to do. The reason why you showed up on The Breakfast Club is because they don't fact check. When are you going to accept that invite to Roland Martin when he done invited you several times because you're scared? I just find it funny that she's so quick to run by people who will politically dog walk her ass with facts. She never brings a source or receipt, no sided pages, no figures, no numbers, nothing. Just running her Don't fall for the foolishness. Candace Owens is only trying to entice you with conservative ideas because she's trying to prey on that little inkling of prejudice that's in you by going on The Breakfast Club, the most anti-trans, the anti-black, the most perpetuating of stereotypes that I've ever seen for our whole community. It's like y'all ass is so quick to forget and forgive because they look like you. All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
I usually really don't like to say too much about black outlets or black media outlets when I see them doing problematic because I really try to give grace to the black people on these outlets who feel pushed and pulled in different directions by corporate interests and yada, yada, yada. And so I don't be trying to say nothing too much when I see all these black outlets rolling out these right-wing fucking nut jobs and pundits and shit. But these bringing out Candace Owens should be ashamed of their fucking selves. Candace Owens is an entire white supremacist, and worse than that, she's a fucking grifter because she doesn't believe the shit she says. This is a woman who wanted to be on the left, and when that didn't work for her, she pivoted right, married a white man, and then spends all of her fucking time blaming black people for every tragedy that happens. Look this woman up. Look at what this woman has had to say about George Floyd, about Ahmaud Arbery, about Breonna Taylor. This is a fucking Klan member. And during election season, this is who you see your black outlets rolling out. It's a damn fucking shame. What's the worst part? The only reason she's even bothering to go on this little fucking press tour and all these black outlets is because the Daily Wire has dropped her ass. That's why. Because her right-wing money is starting to dry up just a little bit. Her relationships are being strained. And that's the only reason she bothered to fucking roll her ass on over there to act like she give a fuck about what I hate is a bunch of black outlets and black media personalities who have audiences, black audiences and community who trust them. That's who the fuck they trotting out for. Like, what does it say about us that a black woman could spend all her time being a fucking white supremacist, a right-wing talking point, and like a right-wing talking head, and just like, yeah, that's fine. After years of actively harming the black community day in, day out, come up on here. Let's crack little jokes. It's a fucking shame.
Wow. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Again, this is the problem with the so-called black community, right? This is the problem. Okay? If you have views that are different than being a progressive or a liberal, then you're not really black. Like, you're a white supremacist, you're anti-black, right? You're actively trying to harm and hurt black people. Okay? When quite literally you have Democrat policies, and I can go down the list of them, that actually hurt black people. Like, for example, being pro-open borders. Okay? That is currently hurting a ton of black people today. Ask the ones in Chicago. Okay? Ask the ones in New York City. Ask the black people across the country that have illegal immigrants being placed in their neighborhoods by liberals who support sanctuary city policies. Is that supposed to be pro-black? Because that's apparently what the paid pro-Biden influencers support. This is what they believe. Okay, and again, the woke black women, right? They believe that as well too, apparently. Okay, the ones that support Biden and support the progressive agenda. I don't believe that being pro-SALT on crime is being pro-black. How's that pro-black to allow black people to kill, rob, steal from each other all day long without any punishment, right? Letting black criminals out on the streets in order to continue to rob these businesses, a lot of businesses being black businesses, out of existence so that black people can't have jobs in their communities. They can't have economic opportunity in their communities. How is that pro-black? Again, these people support policies that quite literally hurt black people, but yet they claim people like Candace Owens are somehow anti-black. And you know what's funny about these people? They never name any policies that are supposed to be anti-black. What policies do conservatives support that is anti-black? Which policies, right? Is it the policy of trying to roll back regulations? Is it the policy of, trying to lower your taxes? Is being tough on the border and having a strong border, is that anti-black? Right? What's anti-black about what conservatives believe? I'm trying to figure that out. I really am. Is being pro-family anti-black? Okay? I mean, what is it? What is it? I'm trying to figure it out. Because these people, right, they claim that, hey, Candace Owens shouldn't be invited back to the cookout, right? She shouldn't be invited to the cookout, which means that, hey, she should not be welcome in the black community just because she has a different point of view. Again, it's despicable stuff. But like I tell these people all the time, I don't want to be invited to your cookout because I might get shot. Right? I might get shot if I come to your cookout. So I don't even want to come. Okay? I'm going to stay at the barbecue with the whites. Right? If that's what you mean, right? If that is what you mean. Okay? If that's how you want to be about it. Okay? Because at the end of the day, I feel like personally that all of these so-called cookout blacks, you're not pro-black. You're just pro-democrat. You're pro-liberal. You're pro-progressive. I'm not sure what is so pro-black about being pro the woke gender agenda, right? What's pro-black about that, right? What's pro-black about being pro-abortion? The number one killer of black folks, right? The main reason why our population is not growing, okay? Which means that our political power is not growing either. But again, the pro-blacks are too stupid to even realize that, okay? That your population growth is directly tied with your political power, right? It really is, okay? I mean, black people have been 13%. We've let the Latinos pass us because, again, we've been aborting our babies, right? And we, continually vote Democrat, vote liberal, vote progressive, and look what's happened. What has the result been? What is y'all still boohoo-whining and crying about systemic racism and how the white man got his boot on your neck, right? Again, this is what's happening, right? And our population isn't growing. We're gonna let the Asians pass us at some point, right? You're on a way to becoming politically irrelevant, and then y'all still sit around here and demand things from the Democrat Party as if they're gonna do anything for you, right? They're not gonna do anything for you. Y'all vote for them at a 90% clip. If you're voting for a political party at a 90% clip, why would they do anything for you? The only thing they got to do is just get you to come out and vote. That's it. They don't even have to persuade you to vote for them. They just got to say that, hey, you need to come out and vote against the white supremacists, the racists, aka our political opponent. That's all they got to do. But hey, it is what it is. I know what these people are actually really upset about, because if you read the comment section of the Breakfast Club interview that Candace Owens did, there are a lot of black people in that comment section that are saying, wow, I never actually really sat down and just listened to what Candace had to say without somebody telling me that, hey, she's racist or, she's anti-black, she's a white supremacist. Once they actually listened to what she had to say and how she explained conservatism and her politics and why she supports Trump, a lot of people in that comment section are like, yeah, I actually kind of agree with Candace on a lot of things, right? I actually don't disagree with her that much on a lot of things, right? Which, I mean, you got to admit, if you sit a black person down, okay, and you go through them line by line what conservatism is, what it means to be MAGA, okay, what it means to be a Trump supporter or whatever, and you don't tell them that that's what it is, okay, they're going to agree with it. They're going to agree with it probably 90, 95, 99% of what you're saying. But the fact is that the left has brainwashed a lot of black people so much to believe that, anything that's conservative or, MAGA or Trump is racist, right? It's inherently anti-black because Democrats said so. Even though, they don't go over, okay, which policies actually are hurting black people, right? Was Trump hurting black people when the average net worth and household income of black people was rising under Trump, right? Was Trump anti-black when black unemployment at the time hit a historical low? Was Trump anti-black when black home ownership had shot up the most it's been since the Great Recession? Was Trump anti-black when he was giving money to HBCUs? Was Trump anti-black when he did prison reform? Was Trump anti-black when he did opportunity zones? Right? All these things, all these good things that were happening for black America under Trump. It's almost as if, again, the left just pretends like it just never happened, right? That just never happened. Well, factually speaking, these things did happen, right? Because ultimately, in the day, Trump enacted policies that were good for America, and whatever is good for America is going to be what's good for black people. Being pro-America is pro-black. Okay, I'm so serious about that. That's why I think that people got to get out of this mindset of pro-black versus anti-black. No. What you really should be thinking about when you go to vote is not who's going to do something specifically for black people, because no politician is going to do anything specifically for black people. It's not going to happen. Democrat or Republican, they're not going to do anything specifically for black people. They might enact policies that could disproportionately benefit black people, okay? Or they might disproportionately negatively affect black people. But overall, the way you should think about it is, what is this politician going to do that's going to benefit America overall? Who is the most pro-America? Therefore, that's probably going to be the best person for me. Right? Because when America's doing well, black people are doing well. When America's doing bad, black people are doing bad. Right? And this is why, again, I get so annoyed by these conversations and hearing these people always want to talk about, well, what is such and such and such done for black people? That's not what it's about. That's not how you should be thinking about it. That's such a sophomore way of thinking about politics. Because, again, nobody is going to do anything specifically for black people. You got to think about what is best for the country, right? What is this person doing best for the country as a whole? And if the country's doing well, then I'm doing well, right? Like, for example, Biden came out here and campaigned on, Trump a racist, okay? And the Democrats told you, hey, vote for Joe Biden. He's going to do this, this, and this for black folks. He get into office, guess what? America's doing bad. Black people doing bad, right? They told you that Trump's a white supremacist, but Trump was in office. Trump did policies that were pro-America, that were good for all of America. America was doing great. Guess what? Black people were doing great. It's really that simple, bro. It's really that simple. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most important, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.